Hey guys, this is Rick with Rick's Adventures. I am taking you on a tour of the farm, showing you around. The video will have a few cuts and edits here and there because of different reasons, just, editing. So it's not going to be perfect, but it is a good walk around video for you. If you want to learn about living in Isaan, I do one-on-one consulting. You can find at ricksadventurestv.com. I have some guides up there and spreadsheets that can help you out. If you would, like and subscribe to this video. I'd really appreciate that a whole lot. I'm trying to grow this channel, and every time people like it, it's free, and it does help me out, and I always enjoy the comments. If you want to have any questions about things, leave it in the comments section. I always do my best to get back to everybody and, give them, good explanation for what their question is, if I have it. I do want to give a disclaimer. I pretty much have to do this. I'm not here to give immigration advice, legal advice. You want to move when I consult with you. I'm just trying to give you from boots on the ground, real world experience, because I've been through all this for several years, and I learned a lot, and I made a hell of a lot of mistakes. And hopefully I can help you avoid that. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Hey guys, Rick with Rick's Adventures. People think that Thailand is just sitting under palm trees a lot of times and sitting on the beach and sitting around all the pretty girls and not really doing anything whenever you retire. And that is true for a lot of people, but my videos are more about what it's like to live in Isaan. So I thought I would do something a little different today and come outside and show you some of the things that are around the farm here. It'll give you a little bit of an idea of what it's like to live here. I'm out at the front gate area. This is the road. You can see down there the big concrete item sticking up. That's the temple. That's showing that there's a temple here. Right back in here behind all of this, that's all government land, and that's where a temple's at. Thailand's a very different place out here. You see a lot of different people. There's one of our relatives. That's what it's like whenever you're out here in Isaan. You'll have family members all around you all the time. This is my wife's sister's land right here, and over next to it where her nephew just pulled in, that is a close friend, that's her niece's husband's land. And they're all eventually wanting to build out here. That's why you see the dirt. This is the front of our place. Let me go back, I digress. And we put up this fence and just planted some of these flowers that haven't taken hold yet. There are trees. There's the banana trees that we grow our bananas on. You can see it's coming into rainy season. It's the beginning. So they're starting to really flourish out here. We went down here, Tia did, and you can see this bamboo that if we cut it and keep it short, it looks really, really nice. And so she has put bamboo starts all down along here so that whenever they grow, they'll they'll look similar to this. They'll just look like shrubs almost. You can see right there the start of new bananas, new bunch of bananas there. There's some right up there if you can see them. Pretty soon we'll have a lot of bananas. This is her nephew. Really cool guy. He helps us a lot here on the farm. I'll hire him to come out and help, weed eat, do that kind of stuff. We have a roll gate here. And this is eventually going to be a resort. Right now, I want you to see how over here, this is another one of our friends. She comes down, helps us with the farm until we build the resort part out here. We brought in all this dirt. This used to all be rice field, like this over here, and she came down and has built all of this by hand, as you can see, zip ties and bamboo that's split, and we have planted string beans that we can use, whole row of them. Over here is another relative's land. It's rice farm. I'll give you a view he is, if you can see him way out there coming up. This is how once they go out and get all of the water, it starts getting rainy season, they'll take that machine right there and walk through and till up the ground and get ready. That's Tia's brother over there. And he's tilling the ground, getting ready to plant all these fields with rice. It's part of the culture out here, guys. They always plant rice every year. There's not really a lot of money to be made off of it, but what they will have is food. So they will plant all that rice. We grow a lot of stuff out here, and it's tremendously, it gives you a good feeling whenever you're being really self-sustaining in most ways. We do go to the store and buy a lot of things, but a lot of stuff we grow. We just do things ourselves. This is going to be entryways in. Oh, this will give you an idea of something. You can see whenever I had this done, I put in these pipes. So as the rainy season comes and this fills, it goes into this little reservoir where Tia's going to plant water lilies, like lotus flowers, and they'll grow in the water. You can see too, rainy season, how rough it is on the dirt. I mean, when it rains, it rains. So we have planted lemongrass around, and once this lemongrass takes hold, it'll help keep this dirt from caving in, and then I'll go in with a shovel and we'll just hand shovel all this back and backfill these little places. But these are the roads to pull in. Eventually there's going to be bungalows set, 4 or 5 of them, down through here, and they'll be really nice. They'll be similar style to our house that we built here, but small, like 1-room bungalows. We'll put 1 room with like a deck, probably have them on stilts so that underneath them there can be tables set up like we have up in ours. So I'll take you up and show you some of that. We planted, these are all coconut trees, all down the line that you see. We went through, put in concrete fence posts up front because termites can be a problem out here. And it originally had wood fence, which you'll see in a little bit. We saved it and moved it to the back section of the land. There's her brother doing that. You can see all of the different kinds of trees we have out here. Here's how the system keeps flooding from one section to the next. And this is how different it is out here, guys. It's you do a lot of things by hand and you don't have a lot of machinery. That's a big difference. I came out here and it surprised me back in the States. Whenever I needed to do something, I had an excavator, had a track loader, I'd go out and do that. You just don't have a lot of that out here. You can hire a big excavator or dump trucks to come in and bring some dirt like we did, but generally you do things by hand. And for example, Tia wanted a canal here. This was the last stage that floods in, and so her and her friend got out here just with what you would call a garden hoe, and they dug this even deeper. And then you can see over here, this will flood in to our big pond where we stock fish, but they made a floodgate so that they could keep water here, and when it's really raining and the pond fills up, the fish won't backfill into this. They want to keep the fish in the pond or moving that direction. She's planted all these flowers. We have they call it a lemon tree. I call it lime because it's green, but here you'll find out that they'll call them a lemon tree. We're taking all these old pieces of wood, hardwood, putting them in, and we will build a bridge that adjoins this, that walks across. We put in all new lights around the pond, so at night it lights up and it looks absolutely beautiful. That's kind of a parking area over there, and you can see we made our lights out of bamboo and hung them for our parking lot lights. I'll take you on, stroll on around this other way. Hope you guys like this kind of video. It's just kind of a walk around thing. I wanted you to see the place as we're developing it so you could get an idea of what it's like to actually live out here in Isaan. You see a lot of tractors, rice fields everywhere. You can see this is all new rice coming up. It's just almost a fluorescent green. We're going to get rain later, as you can see. It's starting to build. Pretty common here, you'll wake up You won't have any rain. It'll be hot as hell. And then in later afternoon, like around now in the 2-3 o'clock area, you'll start seeing buildup in different areas, and by evening and night you'll have some pretty heavy rain. Coconut trees, they're doing good. It's a different life out here. We make a lot of stuff and we get by. You have to be, I'm a Missouri boy and grew up, we weren't rich. So I had to learn how to fix everything. You know, I fixed my own car when I got it. I rebuilt engines on, old motorcycles that I'd get, just old junky things because it was all I could afford. I just couldn't afford anything. I was just living payday to payday off of, not very good jobs. And anytime I did get something, I really grew to appreciate it, and I always kept it fixed and in good shape because it was so difficult to get. I hung on to things forever. Here's some of our chilies that we grow. You can see there's not a lot on there now because they just picked a huge amount of them, got big bags of them the other day, but we planted them all around. More lemongrass, you can eat that. This is all morning glory that we grow down there because that's all edible. The fish eat it, but we can pull it up, and whenever it's young and small, really small diameter, makes awesome salad. They make a salad that's with some spicy pork, and it's called morning glory salad, and it's really, really good. You see, we always save all these old pieces of wood. Some of this stuff is so hard. I mean, it'll bring sparks off a saw. It's just almost impossible to cut. Very old stuff. We use this for decorative purposes around the pond, and kind of a spot to, when people pull in a car, to be able to say, hey, don't go this way, you're going to go into the pond. Here's some of our lights that we made. They thought I was crazy whenever I had the electrician come out and help me, and we dug everything underground. Thailand people Thai will just string things, everywhere. And I wanted all this underground because I wanted it to look really nice for our night lights that we have. We put these lights on electricity because I would like to keep them on all night. I keep those on, lights on our hut and several on our house all night long. There's Tia, she's getting ready, or has already taken a shower for the day from working. Tia built this over the last few days. I had bought a skill saw, so we had something to cut with. And this is all cypress trees, eucalyptus trees. They used to line this driveway. And we cut them all down, and we used them to build part of this up here. We used them, you can see it outlining like the railing all around. We had scrap left, and so we don't throw away anything. We took that scrap, and then Tia trenched this all out, and we made this really nice flower garden. These are some type of a pineapple type plant, and she started out because I said you learn how to use things here. It's different than the USA. Back home, we'd go out and just always buy flowers every year or different things to plant. Here, for people, sometimes money is just not that readily available. So what we did is, I do it Thai style with Tia. We went out and we bought 2 of these plants. And when we got those 2, they multiply in the pots. And then she started taking them, and we'd go buy a cheap, 10-baht plastic pot, and they put coconut like shell, like the hair off the coconuts in it. And because these require a lot of water, and she would separate them out. And now then, as you can see, she's got a whole beautiful flower garden out of them. And all of this came from 2 plants. So I thought that was pretty cool. Over here, taking you to different areas. This is a papaya tree. We eat lots of papaya salad, and you can see they're starting right here. Soon we'll be pulling them off here. We've got papaya trees everywhere. Sorry about that, guys. I had to make a cut in the film there. Tia didn't realize I was recording a video. And every day we always turn on some Thai music, have it play through our speakers, and just, you know, when it starts getting hot out in the afternoon before we cook, we just relax. So I had to tell her to turn it off. That's a big YouTube no-no. So anyway, let's get back to this. You can see here, she went out here and she dug these trenches because we had a couple places down here holding water. And so because of that, so it wouldn't hold water until we get out here and regrade, she got out here with a hoe and dug these trenches. Now whenever we have these heavy monsoon rains, it just streams off and goes into our pond. You can see down there that blue pipe, that's one I was showing you they built the floodgate for. You can see it's got water a little bit seeping through it, but the fish can't get through. Down here is a secondary pipe. When the pond gets too full, we have canals over there. These canals will fill. Show you this kind of cool thing. She made this whole garden. We didn't have any of this. She did this, and we decided to run a new water line to wash up out here. So we went and bought this cool looking pot, which wasn't very much. I think it was, I can't remember, 100 baht, 150 baht, $3 or $4. And I drilled a hole in it and we ran a water line. I run a new water line up here. And then if we come out here and we get dirty, you know, working in the garden or whatever, we can just wash up out here. We don't have to go in the house and, you know, track everything or get a bunch of mud in there. And the drain system is typical Thai. It's quite simple. We drain into our pond. We don't waste anything. These are just kind of some type of a foliage plant. I don't know what it is, but we always put them in because they look nice. Another coconut tree. This is the shrine to her parents, and Thai people will always have this on the land for their family that's deceased. And we're going to get and pour concrete here and put in a second one because my wife wants to be able to honor my parents too. So we'll have two of them. We'll shift that one and put them over together and have them looking out here, because the Thai belief is they're living in that house, their spirit, and they'll have a beautiful view, her parents and my parents, of the pond and the farm. They'll be looking out here. And I think that is really cool. I just think it's very touching how they are so supportive and never forget their family. Over here, we have a bunch of fish in the pond. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. It's not feeding time, but yeah, they're not coming up right now. It's the hot part of the day, so they go down pretty deep. Here's our other canals I was talking about. We got some trash blew in there. This canal drains into the next canal, and then soon I'll show you we've got another pond in the back it all goes into. It's just standard life here, guys. It's just, close this door. This is underneath our hut, and we just store all of our tools, and you can see all the old wood we save. Fish food, that's one hell of a slab of wood there. Close this up. Nothing fancy. We can lock it when we leave. We use that. These big pots are made to store rainwater, and I haven't finished it yet. They are filling up, but I will run a plastic pipe and I'll keep it somewhat concealed. I'll probably run it over here to this post and down and into one of these pots. Then once I run it down into the pot, I will drill here to here, here to here, and when one pot gets full, it'll start bleeding into this pot, start bleeding into this, and then we have faucets down here, and I've got to get a new one there. We broke that, and whenever we want to just water garden things, we can use that as our reserve. We just bought this new palm tree because I wanted a palm tree and not just coconut trees. Lots of beautiful plants. All those lights that you see along the driveway, we put in solar on that. And so far they've done really good. They stay on all night. We put some really cool lighting. You can see I put some down here. We shine that in the trees at night and up there and shine into that tree. I did put a security system on the place. This is our home. It is a typical Thai style. It's all hardwood. That was the original hut that was here. It had no power, had nothing. It was just a hut sitting out here. So one of the first things we did This is all old wood that was out here stored on the farm that it was built out of. And we used that cypress I talked about and made rails, made little bars people could sit at, put power, made our lights out of gourds with some Edison type bulbs in it, strung our lights around the outside. Then we added this new section of deck. And I love these steps. You can see how cool this is. Really old wood and big pieces of it. Tia's done an amazing job around here. I thought this was kind of cool when we poured the concrete. We got decorative rock and put our names in it. Here's another papaya tree growing there. You can see it's a big deck area. We use this whenever we have parties or we have people over to the restaurant bar. We used all the wood, leave it very natural. You can see all this. How cool that is. Lots of plants. This year we built new bathrooms. We wanted some outside bathrooms and showers for people when they come and camp. So we put an outside sink. Around back here, I put a urinal. She's got that blocked because we had to build up some concrete there. We were getting a little bit of drainage in there. Back steps, we just put that gate there because at night we'll get soy dogs try to go up in there. Here's our bathrooms and showers. They all have hot water heaters. We have 3 of them, really nice. This is where the septic systems are. So this is all papaya trees. We planted all this stuff and we're gradually filling in and hiding everything back here. But we still grow papayas back here. And this fills in, hides everything. You can see we've got all of our canvas type storm protection down because it's raining almost every single night. So instead of we only put up the ones so we can get enough light for the house. We generally leave this one down because nothing really to see here but bathrooms anyway. We always keep those rolled up because we can roll them down really quick whenever we see the rain's going to start. Here's our bar, part of the restaurant. Got a big cooler. We made these lights. These lights were something they use whenever they're weaving things like our license. Here's the bar tops that we made. It's all made out of red brick. Tia's working on a hat rack she made for us. We got like a Sub-Zero beer cooler back there. It makes what's called ice beer. You tap it on the bottom, open it up, and it just crystallizes. It gets as cold as beer you've ever had. This is kind of the kitchen area. This is where we'll cook. Refrigerators, big freezer. These are some tables that a friend of mine that passed away recently, him and I went out and we found these to use in here. This is all hardwood. They're beautiful. And we put up fans everywhere. We have electricity everywhere. We've got our TV we watch down here with our sound system. Another big pretty bar area. Tia is making the hat rack. This is homemade hat rack. It was a piece of hardwood that was trimmed off of a tree out on the driveway. And then she stripped all the bark with a machete. We found this pot and bought it and put it in. We drove nails in the bottom of it to act almost like rebar would be. Mixed concrete and put it. And now then she's putting in decorative rock. We've just got it taped up here to hold it straight till the cement dries. And then once it dries, that will go upstairs into our house. We use this outside table just to hang sometimes. Air conditioning systems. You can see our tarps we roll down. We've got a big deck on the back that comes off of our bedroom of the house, but we leave these tarps down when it's rainy season. It's too difficult to take them up and down every day, and we don't want the deck ruined. We put us up some hammocks. This is kind of a view of the place from another angle. See, we got our Thai flags, our USA flags. This right now we leave back here because it's been raining a lot. And we use that little grill, which is far different than me using a great big pellet grill back in the States. But I like this. It's so easy. We take this and we buy charcoal, and it's the wood type charcoal you can see. And we pretty much cook out almost every single night. These are our ice chests. Whenever it starts getting customer season, we have ice put in here. We keep them full. It's like, I think, 100 baht. They come out and fill them, which is unbelievably cheap, $3. Here's more bamboo. My friend decided to leave his fishing net here. More big wood we save. More lemongrass. Plant it to help keep things from flooding as much. You can see the size of this timber. It's a big one. Back pond has fish. There is the pipe I talked about that comes off those canals in the front ponds and fills here. This is going around the back of our property. We just cut all this, so I need to cut back here. Whenever I cut here, guys, at home in the States, I have a big Dixie chopper, 60-inch mower. And here, I've never seen a zero-turn mower. There may be some, but I don't know where they're at. And so everything around here and in this Isaan farmland, I have not seen one person with a lawnmower. We do everything with a weed eater. A gas-powered weed eater, 4-stroke or a 2-stroke. And you just come out and work your tail off. So retirement's been a lot of work here. We need to cut down here, but we wait to cut this part because it's too difficult to walk on this steep angle. So whenever it comes dry season, you can see the ledge down there. This pond water will drop some, and then it's easy to walk around and keep everything cut down low around there. Just a lot of really nice trees around here. There's more banana trees that are planted, you can see. More bamboo. We use bamboo to build a lot of stuff. Here's our back gate, but this is not the end of our property. This pond, when it fills, has a pipe down here, and it goes into our canals back here. We just put this gate in as a kind of a security measure. But back here, we have trenched out a big canal there, and we're going to come back here. We got to get this all cut down. We are going to eventually, the canal goes across there. We need a way to cross into the middle, and we just ran out of time. We're going to put big concrete, what do you call it, like a drain whistle right out there, and then haul dirt in and put over it. And we're going to make out in here like 2 or 3 or 4 built up islands. And on those islands, we're eventually going to put resort huts similar to up here, and some bamboo stations with tops, little bamboo huts up and down these sides, and fill all this with fish, and people can come out here when they want to eat. They can set in the huts if they want, or we're going to set up a deal to where people can come out and pay so much a kilo for fish that they catch that we stock in here. And we'll use a lot of the fish to eat in our restaurant. Here's the wood fence I was telling you about. It used to be on the front part of the land, and we save everything, so all that wood fence was tore down, and we used it around the backside for now. When it goes bad, I'll probably replace it with concrete, and we'll save that wood, what's left of it, for projects. You can see when you start getting heavy rain how much these rice fields flood. And so this area they can't really do much with. Over here, they're going to start planting. They'll come out here and do that. Here's a back view of the place, looking up across the pond. You hear his machine running over there. He's taking a break. It's getting hot. It is really hot here. It's a different kind of heat too, guys. So if you come over here, I'm probably red in this video because walking around out here, it's almost like you've got, almost like you're in an oven. I mean, you acclimate to it, but my body will feel really warm sometimes out here. And that's why a lot of times you see Thai people not work from about noon until maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. During that hottest part of the day, they'll get out early of a morning, 5, 6 a.m., work till 10 or 11, just shut down. And then go someplace, find the shade, quit, and then come back, start back in, and 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they'll get started because you start cooling down then. And in rainy season, generally by, a lot of times by 6, 7 p.m., you'll end up having some pretty heavy storms hit. So this is Isaan life, you guys. Tia's getting ready to start the grill because we are going to cook a pork brisket. It's one thing I find here. It's hard to find beef. Something else you'll find. Very, very difficult to find good beef here. It's pretty tough. You can order or buy some Australian beef. That's okay, but it's pretty pricey. So we eat a lot of pork, a lot of fish, a lot of chicken, things like that. I did find we get good pork briskets here and pork chops, so we make that and barbecue them a lot on the grill. Walk you back up here. She is getting ready to start one of our main methods of cooking on our little grill there. She's already hanging stuff on her hat rack. Here's the steps that lead up into our place. I know this has been a lengthy video. Most of you probably won't make it to the end. Give you a last view. Tia's brother out here working his rice field. And guys, if you get a chance, I would appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I also do online consulting. If you guys are interested, if you have an interest in, think you do, in moving to Thailand or coming here and you're interested in what it's like and avoid some of the pitfalls, you can go to my website. It's ricksadventurestv.com and sign up. I've also got some guides on there I've written, not expensive at all, and a spreadsheet. That's the thing I think is the most helpful. You can plug in all kinds of different numbers and it will give you an idea of if it's feasible for you to retire here. Now, it's not legal advice, and I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. I'm saying it's something made that you can plug in different numbers and different scenarios that you might not have thought of and kind of get a go, no-go idea of what it would be like if you were coming over here to retire and wanting to live on retirement money, be it Social Security or pension. It's a very different lifestyle. It's not for everybody. Some people prefer to be in the tourist areas like Phuket, Chiang Mai, that kind of stuff. And I can understand that. That's the kind of lifestyle they want. That's what you want. You should do what makes you happy. I find I like to go to those places to visit and be there for maybe a week or two. Tia and I do that probably once every month or 2 months. We go to Chiang Mai or Pattaya and hang out for a week or two and, walk the beaches and do all that stuff. But, guys, after I'm there, I guess it's just that Missouri country boy in me. After I'm in the crowded tourist spots for a week or 2 weeks, I've had enough. I'm ready to get back to the quiet farm life, or as quiet as it can be in Thailand with the chickens, the pigs, and the tractors. But it's like farm life, and I enjoy it greatly. If you like to be private, you like peace of mind and things to be easy, and this is a great place to be. And when I say private, I don't mean you're not going to have people come over, because if your girlfriend or wife has family, Thai people are extremely sociable. They like to socialize. They'll pop in a lot of times, and I don't mind it. I've got one of my wife's friends' granddaughter is in like middle school. She's like 13. She comes over every day because I've been teaching her English, just for not charging, just teaching her. And showing her she wants to learn it because she knows it will open a lot of doors for her in the future if she knows that she could work in Bangkok or other places. And so they come over almost every day. Food is relatively cheap here, much cheaper than the States, so they don't have a lot of money, and so when they come over, we always cook something or let them cook something. We grow a lot of our own stuff anyway. So you will have people come over. It's not going to be just nobody around. As you can see, the soy dogs have been out here in the mud. You always have soy dogs. You're going to see them all over. Generally, they don't bother. They're not mean. They just roam. It's just Thailand. That's how it is out in farm country. All right, guys, I'm going to give you one last look. Just an easy, there's the rice fields, the house. And I know this has been a long video and it's been really different than my other ones, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to come out, just talk to you, without feeling like I'm, scripted or trying to just focus on one single topic. I just wanted you to see this Isaan area and what it's like on the farm here and some of the stuff we're doing. So give you an idea of how you can live out here. We live relatively cheap. Our house was not that expensive to build, much cheaper in the States, a third of the cost, if not more, less, and not all the rules and regulations. So if you're ever interested in that, get a hold of me and I'll give you more info on it. I can hopefully help you have some really good ideas of what'll work in retirement and what won't. All right, guys, I want you to be safe, be happy, be healthy, and I'm signing off, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody.